We're doing one keyframe at a time, one on each frame. See, now it's black. So but basically what happened is from frame 1 to frame 2 here, then it stayed the same. Here's where we start changing it. I'm going to use my direct selection tool or subselection tool to move the wings. I'm going to move it like halfway down in this case on frame 2. On frame 3, I'm going to add another anchor point. So I'm going to insert timeline keyframe or F6, which is a shortcut there. I'm going to select the end of the wing, move it down a little bit more. And as I said before, when we played it out, you saw that just having 3 frames may be too fast. It just maybe moves too fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more frames to each of those frames. You see? Each of those keyframes. Exactly, by pushing F5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select frame 1, and I'm going to hit F5. And I could do F5 again, you know, so I can make it even longer. But just once is good enough. Then I'm going to select frame 2, hit F5. Frame 3, hit F5. Now, instead of taking 3 frames to play, it'll take 6 frames to play. And I'm hitting F5 or insert frame. When you're in the main timeline, now notice my bird, and then I want to see it flapping, it doesn't work. And it won't. Just so you know, it won't. Movie clips will not play in the main timeline. It only will play in its own timeline. Okay, so yeah. But we can still animate this, by the way. So I'm gonna still animate this movie clip. So when I test it out, you notice it's flapping its wing in the same spot. But say I wanted to, you know, fly, you know, for it to go here, kind of thing. Well, I can do the same thing I did before, in terms of creating a motion guide and all that kind of stuff. You know, or I can do just a simple plane animation, which we'll do right now. So what I will do is right mouse click on the first keyframe of that bird layer. Create motion tween. Notice it's blue. I'll move my playhead to the end of all the frames, and I'm going to click and drag down to the bottom over here. And then I'll bend my animation line here a little bit.
That we were just doing about adding?
Okay, so notice now the movie clip is moving and it's flapping its wing. So sort of like the example you were talking about. Motorcycle's moving, hair's flowing, wheels are spinning, kind of thing. If I stop it in the middle, notice everything in that main timeline that was motion stops, including the bird. But you know, remember we had the bird moving. Bird going, you know, like that. But as you notice again, it's the movie clip acts on its own.